Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. On June last year, when Kenyans went to the streets and rejected William Samoei Ruto, the first people to embrace and protect William Ruto was the ODM fraternity when they formed this animal called the broad-based government. And they formed a narrative that between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, who should you choose if the two are presented before you? And they said it is better they support William Samoei Ruto because William Ruto had also crafted this narrative that Rigathi Gachagua wanted to use the Gen Z protest to topple his government. Now today, they are now regretting that handshake because the government that they thought they had formed, so to speak, because after getting into the broad-based government, they were bragging that they had stabilized the government. They said if it were not for them, Rigathi wouldn't have been sent home. And if it were not for them, the Gen Z protests would have not been stopped and thwarted. And therefore, they thought they were part and parcel of this regime. They had even started threats, that they wanted, part of the permanent secretaries, part of the ambassadors. They really felt entitled. But politics in Kenya, I have realized, is played even at the judiciary level. Because William Ruto had also started another fight with the judiciary when he instigated and masterminded something that looks like he wants to ouster Madam Martha Koome and the other 7 judges of the Supreme Court. You've seen what Nelson Harvey and Ahmed Nasir is doing. So what did the court do? Madam Martha Koome constituted a 3-judge bench at the High Court level, and they ruled that Azimio is the majority party or majority coalition in Parliament. And they knew very well that they had pressed a button that would instigate controversy between William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. This is coming at a time when Raila is so much engrossed with his African Union Commission election that is coming in a few days' time, and therefore he even doesn't have time to concentrate on local politics. So yesterday, Moses Wetangula told the Azimio fraternity that the courts do not have any authority to determine for Parliament who the majority party is. And after deliberations, I remember Junet Mohammed was saying that he had tested the majority seat. It was majority leader's seat, and it was warmer than the one of the minority seat. He even added that he didn't see himself leaving that seat any soon. And Moses promised to give a ruling today. It was really expected, ladies and gentlemen, that Moses was going to rule in favor of William Ruto, the man who placed him in that position. And so today, he ruled that the Kenya Kwanza is the majority, is the party with the majority members. That didn't go down well with the Azimio side.
Honorable members, it's notable that the numbers relating to the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party are tinged by a slight element of doubt with respect to membership of the Movement for Democratic and Growth MDG. You will recall the expressed sentiments made by the sole member and party leader of the MDG yesterday in the House, dissociating both himself and the party from the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. However, I decline to engage in this controversy. Arising from the foregoing, the Kenya Kwanza Coalition is the majority party, and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party is the minority party in the House. I have not received order.
After that ruling, Junet Mohammed, who is now, as he was, the official minority leader, led a group of the Azimio leaders, and they stormed out Parliament. And is now threatening it is going to be messy, it is going to be noisy. It's too late Too little, too late.
Majority leader. Majority of Madera Bank.
But let me tell you something. It is going to be messy, it is going to be noisy, and it is going to have casualties. It is going to have casualties, I can promise you.
We're not the first casualty.
Yeah, and we can see it is getting smelly already. From the way Parliament is being handled, it is getting smelly.
Mwangu can see it.
We don't feel any broad-based arrangement in Parliament.
No,
there is nothing.
And we don't.
Broad-based is in the executive only. Parliament has no broad-based mechanism. We are not there. So, with the permission of my fellow colleagues, I have told you, going forward, it's not going to be business as usual.
Correct.
And we have withdrawn our members from the House Business Committee.
Yes.
I am sure they have just said, as many of that opinion, we will de-whip them if they put them there. Yes. They will have their own House Business Committee, their own.
Yes.
Which will also challenge in court, in public, in private, everywhere.
The reason why I do not have any sympathy to the ODM fraternity is because when Kenyans had pushed William Ruto to the wall, they decided to support William Samoei Ruto. They felt very much entitled. They were very happy when one side of leadership was really suffering. When Rigathi was sent home, they were very happy. Now they find themselves in the middle of the troubles. If William Ruto really appreciated and valued their support, they claim they have stabilized the government, which to me is somehow true. Why can't William Ruto reciprocate the very service that they gave to William Ruto by just obeying a court order? They were supporting a president who has shown that he's got no respect to court orders. That is what he has said before. When some people went to the courts to try and petition William Ruto against the housing levy, against those very policies that they felt were not good for us, the SHA, William Ruto warned that there were people who were ganging up against his policies and his development, and he had declared he was not going to respect court orders. Today, they find themselves in the middle of this quagmire. Did they really expect William Ruto to obey court orders? Wetangula to obey court orders? Because once a court has declared that Azimio is the majority coalition, there are no two ways about it. You either declare Azimio as the majority or you appeal. But what has Moses Wetangula done? Acting with impunity. And that is the nature of William Ruto. That is the nature of Wetangula. And so now I have listened to them talking of Wamunyoro. You know, ODM now wants to, let me talk of ODM and Azimio. They want to start threatening. And I was looking at some of the comments. The ODM followers are saying that if William Ruto betrays us, we can simply run to Gachagua, form a coalition to punish William Ruto. You know, the same way they ganged up with William Ruto to punish Rigathi Gachagua. So their style of politics is now to punish. I thought ODM the last time I checked, and it has always been repeated by the party officials, like the Secretary General, that they stand for something. They stand for the truth. But now, when they joined William Ruto, they lost the clout that they had. There are people who feel that they became traitors. And so this is coming at a time when William Ruto has ensured that the ODM or Raila Amolo Odinga and his leadership is not enjoying the very support that he used to have before he supported William Samoei Ruto. And so William Ruto understands very well that even if they decide to revenge, it's going to be very difficult for them to start going back to the people and looking for that sympathy. People will be asking, why do you want us to support you now when we had a chance of pushing William Ruto even further to the periphery? Then what did you do? You joined and protected William Samoei Ruto. So now when you realize that your cake is being taken away, I don't even know whether it is their cake, because they have been very comfortable as minorities. So after the court ruling, they had that cake, albeit for only a day or two. It is being taken away. Now they want to run back to the people again. Junet Mohammed is saying that they don't feel the broad-based government. Really? So they betrayed people to go to the broad-based government. That if they had been given, let's say, if William Ruto had agreed to give them the majority leadership, the majority side, then they would be very comfortable. They would continue supporting him. But it is good they have been placed in a position where they belong. They felt so much entitled after betraying Kenyans. It is now their turn to feel that kind of betrayal. And politics in Kenya is all about betrayal. William Ruto has literally used the ODM. William Ruto used them to kill the Gen Z protest. William Ruto used them to kick Gachagua away, send him home. And now they are a spent cartridge. There's nothing they can do. They will cry foul, they will make noise, but that ruling of Wetangula remains so. And that's why I'm saying that personally I have no sympathy for the ODM fraternity. You cannot have your cake and eat it at the same time. And they have to decide. And I remember they have been challenged to decide, are they in government or in opposition? And I think now they must realize that they were never valued as they thought. William Ruto only wanted their support to try to stabilize the government. The government is stable now, if you ask me. And I don't know whether they have the audacity now to tell the people that, we can go to the streets, we can do this. Had they remained together, had ODM not joined William Ruto, this ruling would have found them at a very better place, waiting. But you see, this ruling is coming at a time when it is like they have been bought. They have been given certain members to work for William Ruto. Can you go to maybe let's say to the ODM members who are appointed as cabinet secretaries and tell them that, because William Ruto has refused to relinquish the position as the minority leader, now we are urging our members who are appointed to the cabinet secretaries now to resign. Do you think John Mbadi will do that as the finance minister? That William Ruto has betrayed them, now he should resign. Do you think Opiyo and I can do that? Do you think Joe or Paranya can accept to resign simply because Wetangula has decided to retain the Kenya Kwanza, the majority party or majority coalition? It cannot. It is rather too little, too late. Let them learn their better lessons. There was no way they were going to dine with the enemy, and they expect the same enemy to embrace them. It cannot happen. The reason why William Ruto placed Moses Wetangula there was to ensure that he was going to champion for his cause. And that is exactly what Wetangula is doing. If William Ruto had instructed maybe Moses Wetangula yesterday, because the reason why Wetangula postponed that ruling was to look at the submissions, but more so to consult William Ruto. Anamuuliza tufanyaje, unaona tuwapatie. But William Ruto knows very well that he cannot count on the support base of Azimio. He cannot count on the support base of Raila Amolo Odinga. What if Raila does not win the AU seat and he comes back? He's going to come back stronger and will give William Ruto sleepless nights. So in my very considered opinion, this is the best ruling that Moses Wetangula could give them. Had they been given that role of the majority leader, they would be the majority, I don't know, in opposition supporting the government, we would have an amorphous kind of government. But as it is now, they have known the true colors of William Samoei Ruto. They have been bragging all along. You'd think that they formed this government. You'd think that they were elected as the government. People like Junet Mohammed the other day, they were warning those who are criticizing William Samoei Ruto. Now they are saying it is going to be messy. It is going to be noisy. Just the other day, they were warning and praising William Ruto, telling you that politics is about interest and betrayal is part and parcel of politics. Now they are kissing the very bitter taste of betrayal. And if you ask me, serves them right. They have been placed in their position. Who is laughing now? Rigathi Gachagua. He who laughs last laughs best. And from where he is, najua anacheka sana. Watu waliungana wakamtuma nyumbani. ODM wanasema sasa wao ndio walisaidia. Now if William Ruto really valued the support that they gave to William Ruto should reciprocate. But what has he done? Just to show them that I was using you. I don't know how they are going to maneuver this, but that is the nature of our politics. William Ruto has unleashed his medicine on them, and I know he doesn't care.